I'm Nichelle at the Capitol with Senator McKay to talk about Senate Bill 160 regarding police body cameras. Can you first tell us about the past success that you've had?
So we started in 2015, and we finally passed the bill in 2016 that requires law enforcement to keep their body cameras active during an active situation. So you can imagine, back then, seems like so long ago, but really it was yesterday. It was just yesterday. It feels like. We had incidences happening across the country where body camera footage would capture officers saying, "Hey, turn off that camera before such and such event happened." And so we hadn't had any incidents like that in Utah, and we still haven't, which I think is a credit to our law enforcement. But anyway, you look at the purpose of that bill was to try and capture a complete public record of what happened during an event. And we had some exceptions for privacy and some other elements, but for the most part, leave the camera on. And one of the exceptions says that when an officer is counseling with a superior officer, that they could turn the camera off. And what we found is that when there's been an incident of force, that consultation between an officer and a superior is very valuable public information. And so, the question has been, how do you make a change to that exception and weigh the public interest versus the need for our officers to get support and training from their superior officers, and that's what the intent of the bill that we're running this year is, trying to find a medium ground where an officer can then still have the ability to counsel with the superior officer, except when there's been an incident of force. And that incident of force, I think, really does kind of change the nature of that instruction and the relationship between a supervisor and the officer.
Okay. Are the police not happy about this? Do they not want this to move forward?
I haven't gotten a feeling like they don't want it. I think their concern is in the balancing act, right? They also recognize the need for having a continuous public record. What they worry about is, and I think it's a fair concern, is do you create this chilling effect on officers counseling with the superior officer on how they might have done something better or done it differently? And I think in a lot of situations, that's going to be fine to have the camera off and have that consultation. I think the difference is when force has been used, you're now in a legally different scenario with law enforcement and how the event is going to play out from there after that process.
Okay, perfect. For more information or to contact your legislator, just click on the link in the description below.